classroom was quiet, the air thick with a mix of anticipation and dread. The students, a diverse array of alien beings, sat in silence, their eyes fixed on the humans standing at the front of the room. John, the teacher, looked back at them, his heart heavy with the weight of his task. Today was the day he would teach them the last lesson. Outside, the world was in chaos. Earth, once a vibrant blue marble teeming with life, was now a battleground. Alien ships filled the skies, their weapons raining down destruction on the remnants of human civilization. The Coalition, a united front of extraterrestrial species, had come to eradicate humanity, seeing them as a threat to the galaxy. But here, in this hidden sanctuary, a different battle was being fought. A battle for hearts and minds. John took a deep breath, his gaze sweeping over the classroom. There was Kale, the young and curious being from the Zephyr system, his scales shimmering in the dim light. Next to him sat Lyra, a tall and elegant creature from the nebulae of Orion, her bioluminescent tendrils casting a soft glow. And in the back, the hulking form of Grok, a warrior from the distant world of Thrax, his eyes burning with a fierce intensity. "Today," John began, his voice steady despite the turmoil within him, "we will learn about humanity, about who we are, what we stand for, and why we fight." He paused, letting his words sink in. The aliens watched him, their expressions a mix of curiosity and skepticism. They had been taught to see humans as a dangerous and unpredictable species, a threat to the stability of the galaxy. But John was determined to show them the truth. "Let's start with art," he said, activating a holographic projector. Images of famous paintings and sculptures filled the air, each one a testament to human creativity and emotion. "This is the Mona Lisa," John explained, pointing to the enigmatic smile of the woman in the painting. "It was created by Leonardo da Vinci, one of our greatest artists. It's a reminder that even in the simplest of moments, there is beauty and mystery." He moved on to the next image, a powerful depiction of a stormy sea. "And this is the Great Wave off Kanagawa by Hokusai. It shows the power and majesty of nature, and our place within it." The aliens leaned forward, their eyes wide with wonder. They had never seen anything like this before, never imagined that humans could create such beauty. John smiled, feeling a glimmer of hope. This was just the beginning. He had so much more to show them, so much more to teach. And as he looked out at the faces of his students, he knew that this last lesson would be the most important one of all. John moved on to the next lesson, his voice filled with passion as he recounted tales of human history. He spoke of ancient civilizations that rose and fell, of empires built on the backs of slaves, and of revolutions that changed the course of history. "Throughout our existence," John said, "we have faced countless challenges, but we have always found a way to overcome them, to adapt and grow stronger." He told them about the great wars that had ravaged the earth, about the plagues that had decimated populations, and about the natural disasters that had tested human resilience. But he also spoke of the triumphs, the scientific discoveries, the technological advancements, and the social progress that had shaped the world. The aliens listened intently, their expressions shifting from curiosity to admiration. They had never considered the depth of human struggle, the tenacity with which humans fought for their survival and their ideals. Gael, the young Zephyr, raised a tentative hand. "But why do you fight each other?" he asked, his voice filled with genuine confusion. "Would it not be easier to work together?" John smiled sadly. "You're right, Kale. It would be easier. But humans are complex beings, driven by a multitude of emotions and beliefs. Sometimes those differences lead to conflict, but they also drive us to seek understanding, to find common ground, and to strive for a better future." As the days passed, John delved deeper into the heart of humanity. sharing stories of love and sacrifice. He spoke of parents who gave their lives to save their children, of soldiers who fought for the freedom of their people, and of ordinary citizens who stood up against tyranny. He showed them films and read them poetry, each piece a testament to the depth of human emotion. The aliens, who had never known such love, were moved by the profound connections humans shared with one another. Lyra, the elegant being from Orion, approached John after one such lesson, her tendrils glowing softly. "I never knew," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "I never knew that humans could love so deeply, that they could sacrifice so much for each other." John nodded, his eyes reflecting the same emotion. "It's what makes us who we are," he said. "It's what gives us the strength to keep fighting, even in the face of overwhelming odds." As the lessons continued, the alien students began to see humanity in a new light. They questioned the coalition's motives, wondering if the invasion was truly justified. Kale, in particular, became increasingly vocal in his doubts. One day he approached John with a look of determination in his eyes. "I have discovered something," he said, his voice low and urgent. "The coalition has been manipulating information, portraying humans as a threat to the galaxy, but it's not true. They fear your potential, your capacity for growth and change." John listened intently, a spark of hope igniting within him. If the alien students could see the truth, perhaps there was a chance to turn the tide of the war. Kale shared his findings with the other students, sparking a heated debate. Some were outraged, demanding justice for the lies they had been fed. Others were more cautious, fearing the repercussions of defying the coalition. But as they discussed, one thing became clear. They could no longer stand idly by. They had to make a choice, to stand with humanity or to continue serving the coalition's agenda. The sanctuary shook with the force of the coalition's assault. The walls trembled, and the air was filled with the sound of distant explosions. John looked out at his students, seeing the determination in their eyes. "It's time," he said, his voice steady despite the chaos outside. "We make our stand here, today, not just for our survival, but for the ideals that define us." The students nodded, their resolve unwavering. They had learned the true meaning of humanity, the strength that came from unity, and the power of standing up for what was right. Together, they prepared for battle, using their unique abilities and the knowledge they had gained to bolster the human defenses. Kale, with his keen intellect, coordinated their efforts, while Lyra used her bioluminescence to guide them through the darkened corridors. Grok, the mighty warrior, stood at the front lines, his powerful form a shield against the enemy's onslaught. As the coalition's forces breached the sanctuary, the united front of humans and alien students fought back with unyielding ferocity. They fought not just for their lives, but for the future they envisioned. A future where humans and aliens could coexist in peace, learning from one another and growing together. The battle raged on, the sanctuary's halls echoing with the sounds of combat, but as the hours passed, it became clear that the tide was turning. The coalition's forces, unprepared for the united front they faced, began to falter. In the aftermath of the battle, John stood amidst the ruins, his heart heavy with the weight of their losses. But as he looked out at the faces of his students, he saw something else. Hope. They had fought together, humans and aliens, side by side, and they had emerged victorious. It was a testament to the power of unity, the strength that came from standing together in the face of adversity. John realized then that the last lesson was not just for the aliens, but for humanity as well. It was a reminder of their resilience, their capacity for love and sacrifice, and their unyielding spirit. As they began to rebuild, forging a new future together, John knew that this last lesson would be the foundation upon which they would build. A future where humans and aliens could learn from one another, growing stronger and wiser with each passing day. And so, the story of the last lesson became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of unity and the indomitable spirit of humanity. It was a tale that would be told for generations to come, a reminder of the strength that came from standing together, even in the darkest of times.